All right, and we are live again. Welcome back, everybody, to the final match, 2-2 versus the Iron Mine Company and Fifth Faction.
Check this out.
So here we go. Tetra Rain is the competitor, and you're good to go, bud. You can load up that challenge, Mike. You can accept his challenge, I guess. I should be talking to you, and we can get this started. I know it's been been a long day for everyone. This went a little over schedule and everything, but thanks everyone for bearing with us and continuing to watch.
Well, 30 viewers is good.
Yeah, it's fun, and this is just the
Some
first
for
one.
standards, it's good. It's good.
So I wonder what Tetra Rain is bringing to the table. And
I mean, if they're not bringing dinos, I don't know what they're doing.
it could be dinos. Maybe they didn't run any dinos. Rats, did you think about that? What if they thought dinos? Nah, everyone's doing that.
Yeah, and I could see if they had some sort of arbiter deck.
Yeah,
that's good.
That would definitely be a good inclusion. I think that that's not a bad call. I will say, now that everyone's loaded up and the deck slots are in. Oh, we lost him. We lost Tetra Rain. Come on.
We're live though, right?
Yep, we're still live. We're just Tetra Rain. We lost his screen share.
So in terms of deck choice, really, you know, as we've been saying, I mean, this like Crypt Conjurer style deck, it's, they're really like player level 3 decks. And if you have the tools to put enough pressure to prevent them from going to player level 3, that's where you can get a big edge. So yeah, I wonder what they'll bring, but I would look for something that hits hard.
I did encounter Tetra Rain last night in the queues when I was trying out my zombies list, and he was running a list very similar to the one Mike is actually. Discussing his list was it might have been, I don't quite remember. Mike already had this list, but it might have been the inspiration for him choosing to run it.
These are all variations of what Radcroft had been playing for months.
Yes. Oh, of course. Not to. I'm not getting into who started what or anything like that. Just
I know.
He might be serving for the as the inspiration just most recently for Mike choosing to run this. Okay, I've got word from Still Had All D's in the chat.
That the computer crashed.
Tetra's computer's crashed. Yeah. All right. You're watching too. All right. So we'll just hang while we wait for him. So, what have you been playing lately, Rats?
Oh. So, I mean, perfectly honest or not perfectly honest.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played a single game since 6.1.
Oh, not excited about the new cards?
Not at all. I really don't like them, and I. No, I shouldn't say I really don't like them. I'm not that excited about them, but on top of that, like, there's this whole question of like, you can't buy them. I'm not going to put any money on the Necrom cards. That's obvious. You forge the patrons and you don't touch with stick. Sorry, but I think I want to ask you that question. What you think of the Necrom spell now that you've been running the zombies list? Personally, I don't want to touch it with a stick.
No, I hate that spell, and I wish it wasn't in my list.
Yeah.
I regret running it. I wish it hadn't happened. It was just there to try out the new cards, and I never took it out.
Yeah. Okay,
all right. Very exciting. We're up and about, and we've got a Necrom Utera Conjurer deck from Tetra Rain.
With Aerophage. So the gamble he's making, I'm guessing, is that Aerophage is good enough in this matchup to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a really interesting choice. I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. I like the Conjurer versus Conjurer matchup. I think it's
Sure,
kind of exciting.
sure. Nano Decay is a very nice card. I
Oh, such good
it's
removal. It's really incredible how much like damage it does to a creature, even at its level one state.
the thing though is that it gains so much power when you're running things like Stones, Brood Queen, or what's the name of our friend? Spirit Stone Sentry, right? And
Uh-huh.
Susie, so on. Sorry, yeah, no, Susie. So that's the one I was thinking. Anyway, so it gains so much power. In lists that don't run those at all, do you like it as much?
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying because in that kind of deck, it's like basically hard removal, like just
I mean,
with how good
you
it
can
does.
do,
Like, see here, it,
yeah,
it doesn't quite kill that Conjurer yet, but
yeah.
I still think it's a really powerful Necrium card that doesn't see enough play uh, competitive play in the queues and everything. I think that it has a real it has a niche spot, and I think more decks could run it than do.
Mm.
The choice of Xerxes here is interesting from Mike. I guess he hasn't seen what we've seen in that Tetrarain's deck is almost entirely Necrium. So
I'm
that
guessing that
that Xerxes isn't
he
going to
didn't
be
have a
anything
better
other than
body.
a body that shrinks Aetherphage sometimes.
Yeah, because this is a patron deck, so you've seen Aetherphage. That might be all that he's running off faction.
It may have been the only creature he had on hand, and that seems likely because it's yeah, that won't be very useful. Although it's got a reasonable body, it's something that you're not
Oh yeah,
embarrassed to put
oh yeah,
down,
oh
you
yeah.
know.
So another thing to be said, I mean, and this is something that like I've been keeping track of. This question of how many off faction cards do you really want for each patron, and to my
Hmm.
mind, of course, at the end of the day, it's going to depend on just how important the patron is to your deck.
Yeah.
And one thing that's clear to me is that with the Necrium patron, you absolutely want to trigger it every time you see it
Oh yeah.
because the card is just so strong. Um, I'm not sure that you need to trigger the 10-piece patron every time you see it in the same way. I'm just not sure. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Um, maybe the 10-piece patron, the 10-piece one is like good enough under levels, for instance,
Yeah.
to help say like your creature straight up. It can still do it under levels.
Hmm.
Um, things like that. So similarly, perhaps with the Loyan one and with the Utera ones. So that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, with decks that are Necrium, um, pretty sure you just don't want to.
Yep. It looks like and it looks like Tetraraid is only running those Aetherphage, and
Exactly.
yeah,
Which
that's certainly the good choice. He knows he sees the importance of the trigger for sure.
absolutely.
Well,
So
I like
you asked me
the
what I've been playing. Oh, just to finish on that thought. So basically, like you can't buy the cards, and I don't have much silver. I have some, but I don't
hmm
have enough to forge many of the legends. So like I'm kind of waiting for the dust to settle a little bit. And
Yeah,
I don't like playing dinos, so I'm not gonna jam all dinos, even though it's still really good.
right. No,
Yeah.
that's I think that's reasonable. It's yeah. I'm also pretty tired of I'm seeing dinos, playing dinos. I know not everyone is because I still see it a lot in the queues, but I could see why you would want to wait, see what's powerful, save your silver, get what's good, get a good deck going. That's a good way to sort of keep ahead of things without having to invest really strong. As far as
It's
this
a good
this game
excuse for
goes,
my not playing.
I really like
Sorry, you're gonna
the
say?
synergy here with the Immortal Echoes and the Aetherphage. He's getting really good value with those, but Mike's hands have
The
been
Phages trigger when they come back. I need to read the card again. Do they trigger when they come back?
Yes, they do.
Oh wow, okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, I agree, and it's been helping. Oh, we see a behemoth. So Tetra's playing with fire a little bit with his splash.
I mean, he might have like what, like 1 or 2 behemoths. That's okay.
Yeah, I think so too. Under 6 is definitely okay. More than that, I don't know. I would have to run the numbers to be sure.
I mean, more than that, I'd say perhaps, but not with the Necron one, because the card is so good.
Yeah, it is. It is very good, and you can see it's worth in the games we've seen. It's oh, that's a tough one.
And the other thing, is that it's a card. I mean, the card gets like so powerful by level 3.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe
that
it when I looked at the card
that
and
he-
saw it had the same
yeah,
debuff as an Epidemic 3 at level 3.
yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's completely insane. And the level 2 is really good, but not anywhere. I mean, compared to other player level 2 cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So other level 2 cards, it's not um, as far ahead of the curve as the level 3 is. So
Right.
it's really a card you want to play every time you see it early on. But Tetraman has been having no trouble treating it. He just
Yeah, it's
hasn't
good
had a
deck
huge-
building. I remember seeing hearing Mike earlier. He talked about how he didn't like the patrons, and I wanted to get on stream and tell him I like the patrons. Not necessarily. I mean, I just think it's a good idea, and as someone pointed out in chat, it's Notharian. I think it's interesting to try and build decks around the patrons' limitations. That
oh yeah,
the questions that patrons raise about what you want to put in your deck, what to make those key splash cards, I think are interesting to try and build around.
Oh, I fully agree. But also just in terms of for the sake of the meta's health, it's good that there are excellent reasons to be monofaction.
Right.
It just increases the diversity, the expectancy.
Well, these conjurers are gonna really help Mike increase his lead.
Knowing that Mike was in a Crypt Conjure deck, I really don't understand the decision to just show up with your own Crypt Conjure deck. I find that questionable.
Yeah.
Because even though you might have 1 or 2 cards that give you kind of an edge, at the end of the day you don't have that much of an edge. They're both decks that play out very, very similarly.
I agree. It was
I don't understand why they decided to do that.
It was a dicey call, and I wonder what their fourth deck was.
We can ask them. It would be nice if we could chat for a minute or 2 with them afterwards.
Yeah, but I guess Tetrarain, at the very least, felt pretty confident in this kind of mirror, and I think the Aetherphage is indicates that he thinks he has an edge. That that's a card that he feels is going to be providing him with the right benefits. But it's tough. I like this matchup a lot though because it's we can see it be so swingy. Tetrarain's down to 38, and when we saw Holy Ghost down to 38, it was like this is over. But when both sides have life gain, it's definitely not over. It's going to be really interesting to see if Mike can put it away, if Tetrarain can keep himself alive. It might not have been the best call. Maybe it was. We don't know what was in his deck. But
whoa, that was a missed patron trigger.
Yeah, he should have played it before the Scythe.
Well, we don't know what was in his hand. It's possible that it was not going to trigger anyway.
I think he's mono N, so I think it would have triggered if he'd played it first.
Okay.
Because I think he had 1 card missing from the Aetherphage, maybe. But anyway, so...
yes, okay, the Aetherphage. No, but, he's running 3 or 4 Alliance cards. This is just cards for sure. What else?
I think just the Justicar, actually.
So that's 3, right?
Yep.
So it's possible that with the Aetherphage, that was it.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
You just need one in your hand and you're done.
And he just wanted the body on board, even if it couldn't get that trigger.
Yeah. So like no matter the flavor of the you know, we call it life drain. I don't know how you guys call this deck, but the Crypt Contra decks, like no matter the splash, I know you can gain a little edge here and there. You know, Aetherphage is a really good splash for the mirror. I think Arbiter is a good splash for the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think you can gain that much of an edge outside of just like maybe play skill, because at the end of the day, you know, the core of the deck and the way you win is just so similar, and it's going to depend on, you know, how many Crypt Conjurers you draw, especially, you know, during later player levels, and then how many hows, and that's it, you know.
Yeah. No, I got you.
There was also a moment that we kind of didn't talk about where, like, 2 turns ago, Tetrarain tendrilled a 1/1 Direhound. I wonder why he did that. I don't know if it's because he wanted to get the Direhound in Mike's pile, or if he wanted to risk triggering Demon, or if I missed the Demon count. I mean, I don't remember what the player level was. I don't remember if it was like on the end of 3 or if it was the beginning of 4. I think it was the beginning of 4, so I don't understand why he did that.
I think I missed it.
It was interesting.
Oh, this is Danger Zone. Yep, and that will do it.
Yep.
Good game, Mike. Good game, Tetrarain. I'm looking forward to the rest of this. Yeah, I do. I would agree that I think that they weren't planning for this matchup specifically with this deck choice. This isn't ideal for 5th faction. So they must have, you know, either they were counting on AT being able to beat a deck like this, or they didn't think, you know, it'd be run.
So how's the Dinos match up with this deck? I actually don't have experience with it, so I don't know. I would assume that Dinos has a fighting chance.
I don't know. I think the Dinos would, well, I mean, like I say, so with all those Ebon Skulls, they'll help against it, you know.
Let's ask people in chat.
Yeah, anyone in chat be playing this? Oh, we got word from Tetrarain that this was not his first choice. It sounds like circumstances dictated that he play this one, but it wasn't quite. It didn't go quite the way they'd planned.
Then I don't understand. Interesting though.
Oh, really quick play here from both players. Tetrarain's only used 10 seconds so far of his clock. He's experienced with the deck, I guess. He's feeling confident, you know, in his plays. I know I definitely would have made a few mistakes if I'd been playing as quick as he was. But he isn't making mistakes though. Not to say that he is. And I don't feel like behemoths are necessarily what he wants to be leveling here. I think that's just what's been dictated by his hands.
Although so the thing with behemoths, because they're, you know, this is Neko's deck, is that he's extremely happy to start churning out echoes if he gets behemoths in the pile, I guess.
Oh yeah, nope, that's a good thought. They're also immune to Scythe, which can be a nice benefit to this matchup.
You can steal them with Xerxes. Is the downside.
That is true. Although that would mean Mike would have to waste time playing Xerxes when he'd rather be playing something else probably.
Mm-hmm.
So far, things are looking pretty even. Although this is a pretty big board for Mike to try and handle on 1.4.
Sure.
Tetra definitely can push forth some damage, and we see that Justicar. All right, that turned out to be a pretty good splash choice in the mirror, I think.
I don't know. I mean, it does nothing versus Behemoth.
Oh, that's true, I guess. But there is an active Echoes here, so you know, we'll see.
I should say, I mean, I'm not as big a fan of Justicar as you are, and I'm sure that I err on the side of, not liking it enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than I, give it, not that I give it credit for, because I know it's a good card, but that I don't know, I'm not willing to play it as much as others, given its power level. But yeah, I don't know.
No, it definitely has its pros and cons because it doesn't really, it doesn't help anybody's game plan, It's just sort of there and it does its thing, but Mike's game plan, doesn't have anything to do with Justicars, and neither did Holy Ghosts on AT. It's just there to try and help against tough matches like dinosaurs.
Why does this? Oh, sorry. No, I missed something. No. Got confused. Yeah. No, you're totally right. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. So this is an Immortal Echoes friendly board for Tetra.
Yep. This is definitely going to be Conjurer and Echoes coming up here. And Mike choosing to push damage there. I think that's.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Yep, I think that's what he wants to be doing. Tetrarine's pretty low. He's pretty low too, though. Oh boy.
Hey, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. We'll see. But taking another 30 damage going down to 24. That seems dicey. Oh no! A howl? A howl wins it?
Yeah, it does.
The 2.3 howl? Don't play with us, Mike.
Oh, I'm sure he will now because of, Holy Ghost. Oh, Mike is definitely slow rolling something here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's boy, if he doesn't play a howl here though, everyone's gonna be disappointed. Oh, the fake out. All right, Tetrarain is in dangerous territory, but he does have a little bit of time to bring this back.
Yeah, totally.
He's going to gain back a little bit of life here.
Oh, I mean,
unfortunately, he can't kill that patron. Oh, that's lethal. Oh my goodness. I had no idea that could cause so much damage. My own inexperience with Conjurer decks. Oh my god.
Yeah, I missed the count there. I totally didn't do the count.
Well, that was a real nail biter. That was a great game. Well played, both sides. I'm looking forward to game 3.
Costa Girl is laughing at us. I've been doing this for 5 hours now.
No, I hear you. Even though I mean, I can't imagine being in your position and having had to talk through this whole thing. But just, planning out with my teammates beforehand and testing and then, watching the games and now playing the games and then commentating. It's, I feel drained.
I do find commentating, and that's why, that would be a reason for me to do a bit of streaming. Like, I find talking to people like this, it kind of wakes me up. So it's not as bad as it sounds. I can do 5 or 6 hours of this. I might just get a little loopy by the end.
Well, fair enough. Rats, I don't think anyone's gonna think less of you if you're a little loopy on game 5 here, or set 5, game 3. All
So is
right.
that how we want to call them? We call them sets, right?
Yep. So sets are the best of 3s. Wait, no.
Excellent.
Yeah, and
We
then
could also call them matches. Is why I was like.
no, and Mike has all of this like really well planned out, and I just am a bonehead, and I forgot the correct terminology. But
But no, this is what Mike has been saying. He's been calling them game sets. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, just like you did.
Okay, so yeah, so we're on the last set here. It's been a long day, but lots of good Soulforge, man. These have all been great games. No matter who wins, well played to Fifth Faction. I'm very happy with how this has gone.
Same to you guys. It's been fun, both sides. And like each match was. I mean, maybe the first match was a bit lopsided, but
Yep,
after that, it's been very, very tight and close.
Yep, that was definitely a deck counter deck. That first one was a tough matchup for poor Chort. We sent him out with the dinos, and it was not the right time for dinos.
So, but there's a mind game there because bringing the dinos, like, if everybody thinks, I mean, like, who else would bring the dino counter, round 1?
No, exactly. It was a fantastic call. Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
What are you going to start with? Well, why not dinos? Because, are they really going to lead with an anti-dinos deck? Are they going to be so ballsy? They were, and it worked out. I think that kind of strategy got rewarded is just awesome. All right, both players have gotten at least 2 conjurers out.
Aye.
We're gonna see some real fun back and forth here going into player level 2.
But the Xerxes, you have to kill the Xerxes. Yeah, okay.
There we go.
Yeah. It's funny to see iPon in the chat.
So do A1 have a match this week? Do you?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not up to date on things like dates in general. For my personal life, I just I'm not always up to date on these things, and I'm not for a game either.
Oh, so fair enough. No problem. But we should make sure we get that advertised as soon as we know, because I feel like people are going to be interested. I think this is something people want to see.
iPon is like, I see misplays almost all turns. Like, tell us, let's go ahead, have a discussion. It's fun.
Well, from anyone else that you might think, oh yeah, right, bud, but iPon is without a doubt an excellent player. You could show us where we're going wrong.
Yeah, iPon can triple Q and play every single game without a single mistake.
Yeah, let's see here. This is going pretty bad for Mike now. He hasn't been able to hit his conjurers, and Tetrarain has gotten way ahead on life. This is
He's leveled dangerous. A lot of patrons. No, how many patrons did Mike play at his third level?
I think this is his second, but I'm not sure. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that's been going on so long. But I feel my attention's a bit divided. I'm not keeping up as well as I do with my own games. They're also playing very fast.
Yeah, I'm the same when I'm speaking, especially because I don't know, it's not always the most interesting thing to be doing to just do the play-by-play. And you know, as soon as you start, as you stop doing play-by-play, you know, I definitely don't pay as close attention to the game as I do with my own. That's the same here.
All right, Mike's been able to at least get the board under control, but I know he'd rather have a little more life than he does right now, and that this is dangerous territory. So he's going to be leveling up here, and he's going to want to get a Crypt Conjurer out really quickly.
So the flip side, you know, for sure the life total is like, this is not, you know, ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but the flip side of this whole thing is Mike also has a ton of tools to you know, to gain life back. So it's I don't know that it's one of those matchups where being low on life, if you're ahead on board, matters all that much.
Well, keep in
Mike
mind,
didn't realize that Tetra is playing without demons. Interesting.
As many tools as Mike has to oh, missing the trigger there, huge.
Yeah, that hurts a lot.
Oh, that is not what he wanted. But as many tools as Mike has to gain life, Tetrarain has that many tools to shrink, and he needs to get a bigger cushion than 22.
Ouch. Ouch. Now that was bad for Mike.
Yeah, this is getting into the real exciting territory where any turn things can turn around here. Oh, and a brick. Gets to at least take out that Aetherphage, but he doesn't get to gain any life. Down to 10. I know. All right. Well, Tetrarain doesn't have a way to burn him out next turn, so we'll see if he can use that to his advantage, get a little bit of a cushion, drain some from Tetrarain. But this is down to the wire here. He really wants to see one of those Conjurer 3s. He's been missing them this whole time.
And ideally, he'd want to play a few spells before battling.
Oh yeah.
If he can. Because right now he's in howl level, you know, play level 3 range. So.
Yep. Oh, Tetrarain must be feeling pretty frustrated to not be coming up with the answers, just like Mike is, I bet. Oh, and that. Oh man, this is so great. I don't play this deck well enough or ever to really be able to give the insightful commentary. You know, I'm just watching and enjoying the show. You know. Okay, with this Conjurer 3 on the board, now Mike needs it. He needs... Oh, and look at that hand. All right, Mike needs to probably play a Conjurer 3 and a Duskmaw combo and then maybe a couple tendrils besides to stay in this, because this is looking really dicey. Oh, and it doesn't look like he's got it. No, that won't be good enough.
Yeah, any spell is lethal, so.
Yeah.
Well.
Well played, Fifth Faction. That was an excellent set of games. Very close.
The whole thing.
Yep, that was what a blast. So I've got word from iPon in the chat that you guys have a match. Let's see, where did it go? This week.
Interesting. Is this Gloommate I'm hearing? It is Gloommate you're hearing, or
yes.
iPhone.
Yep, Gloommate on the
I don't know that we're live. So like, how much of the delay is there right now?
Oh no, they're I believe they're all caught up. That the game's over now.
Okay.
We all good here? Fifth Faction wins. I can go to sleep now after my massive punt.
Hey.
Yep. Time for bed for you. Oh Lord, if you're in Europe, I don't even want to know what time it is. Oh wait, maybe not too late actually. But yeah, regardless, you could go to bed. Right, been a long game of long day of streaming. I know Rats has got to be feeling insane right now after all that talking, despite his protests. So, any closing words here while we wrap this up?
I'm very much looking forward to what's going to happen with the future of this little league, and I'm looking forward to doing more commentary. This was fun.
Oh well, I was glad to hear, glad to have you here.
It's fun to do it together.
Yeah. What a
Okay.
What a set of games! What a day! I feel great about it, guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. This has been a real blast.
Okay.
And keep your eyes peeled. Look at the SoulForge Team League Twitter for updates about the next matches, and we will be doing this again. New matchups, new decks. We're exploring a whole new territory here. So yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks to Rats and Mike for commenting, and excellent. Thanks a lot, everybody.